Hi everybody, it's me, host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People, and I'm your weather girl for the day. Me and Kitty Meow are gonna do it, and but that's not what I'm really here to talk about though so much. Is as it is what Basement Overlord said. Basement Overlord, or Basement Overlord said regarding the issue of balance and imbalance. Also, you gotta ask yourself, why do I even care if I'm imbalanced? What's the point? What's your point? Is it to be a perfect human being? Is it to be prepared for a terrifying future of the unknown? Is it to get everyone to like you? Is it to have fun? I would say that one of those four options is worthwhile, the other three are not. I think he's cued into something critical here, which is we keep forgetting to frame this shit, right? If I'm developing, if I'm doing self development, for what purpose exactly? What am I developing? Why? I like Mega Bros answer. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Basically he's saying, well, I wanna achieve higher level magic than you can achieve with your perfected NE, Eric. I'm gonna achieve higher level magic by combining NE and NI. Well, my magic will still be faster. Me. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting pretty good at it, I gotta tell you. What was it? It's someone, a mover and a shaker. Yeah, a mover and shaker. Who was it told me that? Was that Neff? No. It was Radad, I think, said I was a mover and a shaker. That's what my subtype is known as. 738. Well, also, I mean, that moving and shaking is what happens when you finally get your any TIFE combo refined, you know? You gotta refine it. It takes a little while. It takes a long while for me. I'm super tired. I gotta get up and go to work now. I haven't slept. Stayed up all night. But see, I slept yesterday. I didn't wake up till 1:30 in the afternoon. So it's not really that much of a night, you know. Like it's not the same as all night, all night. Anyhow, for what purpose are we doing this sort of development? That's why I like to ask the question: what's your success criterion? Is it possible to be on your deathbed and to go, yep, I pulled it off. I got everything done, and now I'm ready to die. In fact, the only way this story ends properly is if I die right now because it's the perfect ending. Is that possible? Basement Overlord, you reflect the negative emotion of our uh, head part of the Enneagram. You say, is it to be prepared for a terrifying future of the unknown? I mean, that's my question, right? How does one cope with the existential angst that periodically overcomes one as the realization of one's own mortality begins to settle upon one's awareness like a dirty cloud of soot laden dew? How does one cope with that? Well, I mean, one has to have a model. One has to have a big model. One has to have at least a hope of figuring it out. A hope, right? No guarantees, for sure. Well, what would figuring it out look like, Eric? That's the problem, right? If you knew that, then you know the answer. You could get there. It would have already been gotten to. However, On the alternate side of things, we get closer and closer to something big. Who knows what it is? What it'll be. The next black swan swooping down and making everything irrelevant. Eternal life? You know why eternal life wouldn't work? Um, the newly born people would be at an ever increasing disadvantage. So, as you talk about, like, um, disenfranchised, but if people lived forever and didn't become less functionally effective, well, then they'd have such an advantage. It'd be like a poker table where you went in and you had to sit down at a table where everyone had massive stacks of poker chips and you could only have to buy in. You know, everyone else is huge stack too. So every time you want to really push against them, you got to go all in because you know you're going to get. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked off your bet. Obviously, there are substantial advantages that come with life experience, which is to say, the more time you've had to try to take advantage of opportunities and exploit things that could be exploited for your advantage or whatever, the more times you've had successes in those areas. So you start to develop a little bit of capital, both capital in terms of legitimacy, which is important because nobody takes you seriously until other people take you seriously. It's very much like credit in that regard. Um, and you grow in terms of assets, basically. Assets being everything from all this media still have, like, still have shitloads and shitloads of old media that have not even considered uploading. Those are assets. I put them up as YouTube videos. They're of a certain quality or higher anyway. And then, even if they only get a couple of views, well, a couple of views adds up. And remember, each one of these has no end date. They don't expire. They don't stop working. So, you know, obviously, you become less relevant perhaps as your videos get older, but I'm constantly being recommended old videos. YouTube's handling them. Anyway, the point of mentioning all that stuff is there's a goal, you know? There's a goal which is, for me, to maximize my ability to have resources to figure this out before I die. Because I'd like to not die, ideally. And if I could figure it all out ahead of time, well, if I could figure it all out, then I wouldn't have to die, because I would have figured out that part too, probably. But here's the thing. I'm probably not going to be able to figure it out. Because nobody else has yet. Even though I have more advantages than anybody previously in history, as do we all at this current moment. And even though I'm pretty smart, I'd have to get really lucky to figure out something like that, you know, I think. Or I mean, you know, I seek from others knowledge, or at least data. And look, if you have within your heart You can feel it there. If you just were to pay attention to it for a while, it would make his presence felt loud and clear. If you have in your heart this existential terror, I've got a little bit of extra hope for you. There's always the possibility that one of us is going to figure it out once and for all. The final answer. So I'm going to make a deal with you right now. If I figure it out, I'll tell you. And if you figure it out, you tell me. Okay? Because I want to know.